Lego. Almost everyone's familiar with their iconic building bricks. At the same time, their design is simple, yet complex. But over recent years, due to growing concerns over plastic waste, a component of their design might be changing in the near future. In this presentation, we will be evaluating LEGO's Corporate Social Responsibility, or CSR for short. To do this, we will be taking a look at one of LEGO's main CSR initiatives, specifically their environmental initiative, which includes an ambitious endeavor to switch from petroleum-based plastic to a more environmentally friendly produced plastic by 2030. LEGO is a Danish toy company founded in 1932 by Ole Kirk Christensen, famous for their plastic building bricks. Their name is a combination of two words, leg and got, which in Danish means play well. For generations, their motto has been, only the best is good enough. Not only does LEGO prioritize providing only the most quality products and customer experience, but one of LEGO's many brand values is making a positive difference in the lives of children, colleagues, partners, and the world at large. Which is why last year, they were named the world's #1 most reputable brand by the Reputation Institute, surpassing even that of the Walt Disney Company. According to statistics, LEGO has at least 17,431 employees worldwide as of 2020. One of the many CSR initiatives they began recently is their environmental initiative meant to reduce plastic waste. According to their website, their main goal will be to start producing all their LEGO elements from sustainable sources by 2030, without compromising quality or safety. This will be quite the ambitious undertaking, as these new elements must not only be environmentally sustainable and generate little to no waste, but also meet LEGO's high standards of quality. In 2018, LEGO introduced this initiative to the world when they announced a limited time promotional set, which included various plant elements identical to the ones you would find in many of your typical sets. The catch? These plant elements were the first to be entirely made from a polyethylene plastic sourced from sugarcane. Hence the name of this promotion, Plants from Plants. Taking a look at the various stakeholders who might be affected by this initiative ranges from anyone to LEGO's buyers and customers, to the employees who work for the company and whose jobs will most likely be affected by this high-stakes investment, to the suppliers who supply LEGO with the plastics used to mold their bricks, who will most likely have to learn how to adapt to these new changes. One of the many unique qualities of the iconic LEGO brick is that it has remained completely unchanged for over 50 years. If the new environmentally sustainable bricks retain the same quality and appearance of the old bricks, then I doubt this initiative may receive as much backlash from buyers, unless this switch of materials causes an increase in price. As of the moment, LEGO is still experimenting with different plastic materials, but depending on whichever material they end up using, the cost to produce this material may have a chance of being higher than the traditional way LEGO is used to, which may or may not affect the company's profits in the long run. If I were to name one stakeholder who might have a reason to be wary of this initiative, it would potentially be the suppliers. More specifically, the plastic companies that provide LEGO with the plastic that will be molded into all sorts of pieces, bricks, and minifigure parts. LEGO is one of the biggest companies in the world, and the sudden decrease on spending on plastic might have detriments to the suppliers' profits. LEGO has been relying on ABS plastics to make their bricks for decades now. ABS, which is short for
acrylonite butadiene styrene,
is made from petroleum, like all plastic. LEGO bricks are famous for their reliable clutch power, aka their ability to stick together, which has differentiated them from cheaper alternative brands. A sudden change in materials might put this essential feature at risk, which has made them successful up to this point. In addition, the industry for bio-based plastics is not the biggest industry at the moment. If LEGO plans for this to be a long-term project, then the success of this industry might be necessary in order to provide the supplies LEGO needs in order to stay afloat as a company. However, to answer some of the concerns plastic suppliers might hold, this initiative doesn't mean LEGO will suddenly cease the use of plastics altogether. they will still use plastics in their product. The plan is for these plastics to no longer be petroleum-based and create as much waste. The complete shift from ABS plastics to completely renewable plastics is expected to take a 10-year period, and likely, LEGO will attempt to make this transition as smooth as possible. LEGO are still testing the waters with renewable plant-based plastic. At the time of this presentation, only 2% of LEGO's pieces are made from this new sugarcane material. But in the meantime, this initiative could pressure many plastic companies to start innovating their own plastics to be more environmentally sustainable. As for whether these bricks will maintain the same quality and clutch power as older bricks, the previously mentioned LEGO Plants from Plants promotional set has already proven this is definitely possible, and the shift to sustainable bricks definitely has a chance of succeeding. It makes a lot of sense why LEGO would adopt this initiative. Being one of the biggest plastic toy companies in the world, they were already receiving calls to improve their environmental image. In 2014, LEGO were involved in a minor controversy when environmentalist group Greenpeace pressured the company to sever their long-time partnership with oil giant Shell, who were criticized earlier for their decision to drill oil in the Arctic. Eventually, LEGO decided to follow through and remove all traces of Shell's branding from all of their products. With plastic waste becoming a major concern amongst the general public, not only would this ambitious initiative improve LEGO's public image, but also satisfy the environmental concerns of their customer base, but hopefully also reduce the harmful effects plastic waste has on the environment, whilst maintaining LEGO's quality and profits. Ultimately, it makes a whole lot of sense why a brand like LEGO would invest in CSR. Considering LEGO's pristine reputation, this initiative is in line with LEGO's brand values of making a positive difference in the lives of children and the world we live in. Profit is only a byproduct of business. Businesses exist to serve a purpose. For LEGO, that purpose has not only been to provide consumers with quality products, but also to encourage the creativity in children and find ways to improve their lives. In order to do this, it is important that they protect the world that these children will someday inherit. Improving the quality of life for their customers and the overall state of society will allow for their business to run more smoothly and more successfully. Thank you.
Business. Numbers.
Is this working?
Yes.
Yay!